And we got these mamby-pamby, limp-wristed preachers that say, well, what y'all just need to do is understand that this is about safety. This is about compliance is what this is about. This is about authoritarianism. You see, this whole year has been nothing but an experimental dress rehearsal. They just want to know who they can control and who's going to be a problem moving forward. Well, I'm going to serve notice on you and the devil. I'm going to be a problem moving forward, ladies and gentlemen. I said I'm going to be a problem moving forward. Yes, we better stand up, take our liberties back.
Okay, so there is no greater slavery than the one self-induced through fear and addiction to comfort, driven by manipulation and deception, administered with a spoonful of hush money to sweeten the deal. Do you know I got lectured at by so-called conservative after so-called conservative? And I don't think people realize how far back, how many years back all this critical race theory seed started planting.
Yeah, before we even knew the term.
Before we even knew the term, people are like, oh, this is new, critical race theory, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm sorry. This seed has been planting for quite some time. You're a slave to whomever you're depending upon to protect you, okay?
Yeah.
So I keep using this term slave because I want people to realize that there is a mental slavery. There is a legally imposed slavery that is upon the people. And it is not based on the color of your skin. It is based on the power paradigm, right? It is based on the power paradigm. As you're always saying, socialism is not about redistribution of wealth. It's not about taking money from the rich and giving to the poor. It's about consolidating money. But it's more than that, JC. It's about consolidating power, right? You're going to remove power from the people. Well, to remove power from the people, you have to remove their independence.
Let's look at Exhibit Marker 1. Back in 2011, curiously enough, around November 3rd, in Alamogordo, New Mexico, someone called in and reported a torched vehicle. That's all we had. Kind of confusing. Most vehicles you just don't find on the side of the road looking like that. We agree? So it was curious. That was the start of a mystery. There's something else that was curious that happened on November 3rd of 2020. Let's take a look at this next video.
Election workers in Allegheny County are back to work after pausing counting overnight.
Butler County had to press pause on counting ballots.
Nevada, meanwhile, has stopped counting votes until 9 a.m. on Thursday.
A water pipe has broken in State Farm Arena. State Farm Arena is where there are counting the absentee ballots of Georgia's most populous county, and then the tabulation has stopped.
It's Allegheny, which is Pittsburgh, but also Beaver, part of our county to county, Butler and Westmoreland. They've all stopped counting for the night. They've gone to bed. They begin the process at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Good morning, Heather. They did have a press pause overnight. They will be back in a few short hours, expected to resume counting around 8:30 this morning.
Fulton County is now going to stop counting at 10:30 p.m. and will resume their count at tomorrow morning.
They basically stopped counting tonight. They're going to start counting again in a few hours. It's already tomorrow morning, right?
The election workers stopped counting those mail-in ballots at 10 o'clock. They will be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m.
And Nevada says it stopped counting the votes yesterday, election day. But they don't say why. Why did you stop counting?
Here's where it gets really bizarre. At Fulton County, most populous county, it is Atlanta, they just stopped counting at 10:30 p.m. They stopped counting their absentee ballots. They said they pick it up in the morning.
But the counting in one of that state's biggest counties has stopped. Mike Armstrong is in Pennsylvania. Mike, we're talking about Allegheny County. That's the area around Pittsburgh. What's happening?
All right, so for the American people, much like there was a burning car for me, it didn't make sense. Did that make sense to you?
Something I want to bring to light, and I've been giving myself to study this because I told myself a couple months ago that I would know the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the Declaration of Independence better than any candidate that's going to run next year. And that's what I've given my life to do. I've been given my life to study it, know the ins and outs, know what they're doing wrong, know what they're doing right, and hold them accountable because that's what's going on right now. We have a lot of people that know the Constitution and are still working their way around it.
We're at a critical time right now, right? I mean, it feels like the country's hanging on a precipice. It feels like our children's futures are just hanging in the balance right now. And a lot of people don't know what to do. A lot of people feel sort of stuck in inactivity and just sort of, I don't know, trying to get out of the mode of just letting everybody else deal with it, right? I mean, most of us, I think, we vote, but what else do we do? I personally, before 2020, wasn't really active politically. I've been working on schooling my kids and raising my kids and taking care of my work stuff. But I think a lot of us right now, we're at this point where we have to figure out how to find time to actually start pushing back and to take the country back and to help others learn how to do that as well.